And Michelle, as an accountant, what are your essential responsibilities then?
So from our point of view, we're looking at, well, what are the assets that you've got that you're going to pass, and in terms of, who you're going to pass them to. So some people want to send specific types of assets to beneficiaries.
Right.
So we understand, well, what are the assets that you have?
You get my cat, you get my dog.
Yeah, maybe not so much those ones. There might be a racehorse that you might want to send on. But yeah, the specific types of assets you've got, because all of them have tax consequences.
Yeah.
And also when you're looking at equalisation between, say, the 3 kids, passing on the family home to one, as an example, then passing shares to another, will have different tax consequences for them after, when they look at disposing of those assets as well.
Okay.
So one might be more favourable than the other. So you want to make sure that you're actually giving equal monies, building in the tax consequences of those distributions as well. So it's about understanding what the assets are, also whether there are any liabilities that are out there as well, and then how you want to distribute those, and then we look at how you do that in the most tax-effective manner.
Okay. Coming from Brisbane, it's Cathy. Cathy, what's your question for the panel?
Good evening. Some years ago, I transferred my home into my daughter's name so that she and her fiancé could use it as collateral or security to buy their own home. And I'm wondering now if it would be better tax-wise for my daughter to leave it in her name or to move it back into mine.
Okay, so when you say tax-wise, you're just talking about
after I die.
Well, if she's she's now the legal owner, though, of that property?
She's the legal owner. It's my home, but I put it into her name so that she could use it as collateral security.
Right. Well, if she's the legal owner of that property, when you pass, it doesn't affect that asset because she still owns it. Mm-hmm. So that wouldn't form part of an estate in that sense. That's the way I think that would be dealt with. Yeah.
Nods there all round. Okay. Cathy, I hope we answered your question there. Okay. We were talking about before, for those people that haven't got a will and come in and what you do. Let's now talk about those people that already have a will. They come in and they want to make changes. What kind of questions do you ask then? Mm-hmm. What would you be asking them, and why would they be coming in?
Well, generally I would think they're potentially coming in because their circumstances have changed.
Right.
That's normally the prompt to come in and talk about a will. In my situation, it may be that they've got more assets now that they had before. So maybe before they just had the family home and it's joint tenants, so that when they die it goes to the spouse, so there's not much of an issue there. But now they've got a substantial share portfolio and rental properties and maybe some other things that are going on. And they've got some kids too that they want to make sure they protect. That's normally the prompt. So again, it's the same sort of stuff again. How do you want to distribute it? What assets have you got? It's essentially the same sort of questions you would ask if someone walked in the door without one.
Okay.
I think.